Hey Cancer, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for October 24th through the 30th. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video in a few weeks, a few months, a few years. It's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we're going to see what's coming up here for the collective. We're going to move you all just a little bit closer. First card coming up here is the Judgment card, okay? This is a major arcana card, so this is energy that's going to be around for a while. Things may be kicking off this week that are setting things into motion over the next few months. We do have a solar eclipse that's happening in Scorpio on the 25th. We have also the new moon happening on the 25th in Scorpio. So there could be a time of epiphanies and revelations for some of you that are kind of causing you to really examine what you want to do, what direction you want to go in. This could feel like you're coming at a crossroads in your life. We're not just talking about like just little random decisions about, what do I feel like doing today, or, what song do I feel like listening to right now. We're not talking about little trivial things. We're talking about big life decisions that might be changing your course or changing direction. With the Judgment card, you may be feeling called in a certain direction. You may be feeling called to a certain path. Right? So maybe some of you are feeling called to get involved in like a specific cause, or like a way in which you're wanting to contribute or help people. Maybe some of you are feeling pulled or called to tell your story and tell your experiences, because you're like, it would have really helped me if I knew these things, when I was going through my journey, and my story might be able to help somebody else. I do feel that for some of you, you're feeling a strong pull or wanting to get involved in helping people escape a situation. So I don't know if you're wanting to get involved with, like, say, family services, where you're helping people get out of bad domestic situations and get away from those dangerous situations and start over, or if you're wanting to help those who are migrating or immigrating, or refugees right now. There are a lot of people moving, just moving across the planet, the surface of the earth. There's large groups of people in motion, and so maybe some of you are wanting to get involved and help with that, or just make sure that people aren't falling through the cracks, or children aren't falling through the cracks. Some of you may be wanting to bring aid or bring assistance. I'm not sure why, but I'm feeling a strong sense of like humanitarian causes. So Cancer, maybe some of you are looking and you're saying like, I don't like what I'm seeing in the world. And you may be seeing a humanitarian crisis, or something that you see as like a humanitarian issue that you're wanting to get involved with. And so some of you may be feeling led or called in this direction. Some of you may be feeling a strong pull towards shamanic practices, even if it's something that you're not very familiar with. You may be like gravitating towards shamanism, or learning about shamanism, or finding a shaman to work with, to receive healing or guidance from. Some of you may be engaging in these spiritual practices as a part of your healing, release, and awakening. The next card that's coming up here for the Cancer Collective is the Four of Cups. And that doesn't surprise me to have this coming up here with the Judgment card. Because with the Judgment card, I was saying there's a sense or a feeling of like, like you're wanting to help, or you're seeing things in the world that you don't like, right? Like you're like, I don't like what I'm seeing and I want change. And Four of Cups is very much a card of dissatisfaction. Four of Cups is when we don't like a circumstance, or we don't like what's being offered to us, or what's being given to us. And so with this Four of Cups, there's a feeling or a sense of like raising the bar, like you want more, or you want the standard to be raised. A lot of the times I see this card come up, and I get the feeling and the vibe in the weekly forecasts where you're raising the bar in your life, right? Like you're demanding more, you're wanting more, and some of you may be doing this, or maybe in the process of doing this. However, with the Judgment card and the vibe I'm feeling, Cancer, is you're not just thinking about yourself in your life. You're looking at the world and you're like, something needs to change. And I'm going to say something here that might be a little controversial. Please know and please understand, I will never ever tell anyone how they should show up, or how they should be of service, or what they should believe, how they should worship, who they should worship. That is not my place to say. Each person makes that decision for themselves. This is just a message that I'm receiving for some people here in the Cancer Collective who are going to stumble upon this video or watch this video. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't take offense. This might not be a message that is for you. I'm going to say something here that might be very controversial, okay? And I'm not putting down any movement, and I'm not saying what you should or shouldn't do. This is just the message that I'm getting for a certain group of people. So please understand, I am not putting down anybody's beliefs or anybody's causes. We had a series and a string of a lot of protests, right, around the world, not just in the United States, but around the world. And there were a lot of things that were done in effect, or in essence, to tear down and to create change, and to bring in a better world, to bring in a better society, right? A lot of the people that were going out and engaging in these groups of whatever you want to call it, civil unrest, protesting, whatever you want to call it, people did this because they felt, this is how we're gonna effectuate change. This is how we're gonna get change in motion, and this is how the world is gonna listen, and this is how we're gonna make some big changes. And this is something I'm feeling intuitively. I feel a lot of people involved in these causes are looking and they're saying it didn't bring the change we thought. And I think there's a group, and I'm not connected with any of these groups. I don't have any insider information. This is just something I'm feeling intuitively. I feel people in these groups and the organizers of these groups, a lot of people in the world are thinking, oh, this just went away, right? Like, oh, it died down, it went away. I don't think it died down. I don't think it went away. I feel like the people in these groups are behind closed doors and they're talking about, well, we got to do it bigger this time. Like whatever we did last time, it wasn't big enough. We got to do it bigger. And so I feel like there's going to be this like coming up again. Like, oh, okay, it's starting again. The unrest is starting again. The protests are starting again. And I feel some of you Cancers, you may be privy to this. You may be a part of these groups. You may be receiving this information. You may be hearing this talk. I'm just feeling it intuitively. And some of you Cancers, you're disheartened by this because you're like, I saw what happened last time, and it didn't change what I thought it was going to change. And so you may be deciding that you want to help in a different way. And you may be saying, I want to help through creation. I don't want to help through destruction. I'm done with the destruction. Because I feel like there's a large group of people who are going to say, well, we just didn't destroy enough. We have to destroy on a bigger scale, right? Then we're going to really make progress. Then we're going to really bring about change. And I feel like some of you are hearing this and you're like, no, like this isn't for me. So you may be disconnecting from certain groups, or certain belief systems, and you may be deciding that I'm gonna be a change through creating. I'm gonna make a change through service. I'm gonna make a change through humanitarian efforts and relief. And you may be deciding that you're gonna disconnect from that certain group or those ideologies. Again, I know this is controversial both ways, because I know there's some of you that are going to say, no, Amethyst, that's wrong. You need to, tell these people that they can't do that. And I know there's other people that are going to say, Amethyst, you're so privileged, and you don't see this for what it is, and this has to be done this way. I know it. I know both sides of it. And like I said, I'm not here to tell people what to believe. I'm not here to tell people how to live their life. I'm simply saying intuitively, I feel some of you Cancers have been in these movements and it was disheartening to you. And now you're wanting to go in a different direction to create change. I'm not praising any one movement. I'm not putting down any one movement. The next card that's coming up here is the Seven of Swords. So in doing this, you may have to do so cautiously. In doing this, you may have to do so quietly. Okay? You may not be announcing your plans to the world. You might not be telling everybody, hey, this is what I'm up to. This is what direction I'm going in. You may be making your moves in silence. Also, some of you who maybe are like in this place where you're wanting to go in a different direction, you're wanting something more purposeful, you're wanting something more meaningful. This Four of Cups that you're having, this moment of like not being pleased with what you're being offered, it could be that you feel and you're beginning to see ways in which people have been trying to deceive you. Okay, this could be in a work situation, this could be in a relationship, a friendship, a family situation. You're like, I have been deceived. And I have been here being of great benefit to this company or to this person or to this relationship. But this whole time they're stringing me along. This whole time they're fooling me. They're not being true. They're not being authentic. They're not being genuine. Some of you may discover that somebody has been taking advantage of a situation or downright stealing. A little bit of money from here, a little bit of money from there. It could be within an organization. It could be on a personal level. And so some of you are like realizing, I don't want to be a part of this, or I don't want to be like someone's supply, where little by little they're draining me. Little by little they're taking from me. Keep in mind that eclipse in Scorpio and that new moon in Scorpio on October 25th. Solar eclipse and new moon. There's going to be a lot of truths that are coming to the light. And so you may be seeing that some people were downright deceptive. You may be seeing that some people are not at all what they've been presenting themselves to be, and they've been doing some shady stuff behind your back. Some of you have been very devoted to a cause or organization, and you're starting to see, hey, there's corruption here, and I don't want to be a part of it. The next card that's coming up here is the Princess of Pentacles. So this in some decks can be referred to as the Page of Pentacles. This could be a youthful earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. If you have earth sign placements, you may be focusing on those houses or those areas of your life. Some of you may be coming against the truth here around a youthful or younger earth sign person, right? Maybe some of you feel this earth sign person has been deceptive or hasn't been entirely honest, and so something maybe is coming to the surface and being revealed to you. I do feel that some of you are going to feel as though this is a situation that cannot be resolved, and it's not worth your time anymore. So you're completely and totally walking away from it. You're like, it's not worth my time to try to figure out why this person is doing this. It's not worth my time to make this person be honest and confess. It's not worth my time to try to get revenge. It's not worth my time to explain or defend. I'm just done. There's nothing to talk about here. There's nothing to talk about, right? Talk is cheap. I want change. And this is what I feel like you're coming into. This is the energy that you're coming into. It's like you've been through too much. You're tired, right? You're tired, and you want to put your energy and your efforts into things that are going to pay off, things that are worthwhile. You're like, this isn't worthwhile for me. I want to be involved in the things that are worthwhile for me. And I want to put my energy and my generosity and give it to people who really deserve it, not people who are pretending, right? Like pretending like they're there for me, or pretending like they need my help, but they're taking advantage. If I'm going to be generous, if I'm going to be giving, I want it to go to the people and the communities and the demographic that truly need help right now. Not people who have it good, not people who have it, cushiony, right? And they're playing victim in some way. If I'm going to give my time and my energy, I want it to go for people who really, really, really are in hopeless situations, or who are really struggling, and who genuinely need help. Not someone who's like, it's too hard, I can't do it, And so I just feel like you're done. You're done with talking, and you want change. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign and rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. You can click on the link in the description of the reading that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading there. Love readings for October, linked in the description. November love readings are coming up. And don't forget, every single day I do a daily message, a card of the day on this channel. If you subscribe and click the little notification bell, you'll receive notices every time I drop new videos. A ton of new videos are coming in the next few days. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a fabulous day, my darlings, or week, I should say. Come back and check out the dailies. If not, come back and check out next week's forecast. Take care and be well.